Hello, and a happy Sunday to everyone out there. I hope you are doing well. I'm doing well. I One thing I want to mention before, because I'm gonna show some records that I got. Like before I went to this record show, I found some really good stuff, and along with a couple of records that I won in an auction, and then some newer stuff. So I'll try not to make this video too long, but one thing I wanted to say is I noticed when I looked at my subscriber count, I'm at 388, 12 away from 400. Wow. I just want to say thank you all for your support and for subscribing to my channel. Um, I hope to make good content. I hope to show some records that might get you interested in some of the things that I listen to, because we're people. We all have different taste. We're not going to like the same things as others. An example of that is avant-garde jazz. A lot of people don't like it. I like it. I don't listen to it as much as I used to. I've been listening to a lot of the I guess you would call the hard bop period, or the earlier jazz period. And when I mean earlier, like uh, Tommy Dorsey or Fletcher Henderson, older jazz. I like Joe Pass, Charlie Bird. But anyway, again, I just wanted to mention thank y'all so much for subscribing to my channel. So some of these records, these first few records are some stuff that I found at a thrift store. I haven't been out in a while. I've been doing a lot of homework. I'm taking a math course this semester, and there's a lot of homework, quizzes. Before I know it, something is due every Sunday. Let's put it that way. And we just did our midterm exam, and wow, that was pretty comprehensive. But anyway, the first record I want to show is something that I already have in a collection, but I'm a big fan of Paul Simon. Great songwriter, great guitar player, great voice. I just couldn't leave this one behind. It's got some wear to it, but the record is in great shape. This is one of his iconic, great records, still crazy after all these years. The album has one of my favorite all-time songs by him, and that's 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. Cover's kind of worn out, and it's got this little separation, but the record is in great shape. Okay, moving on. I could not believe finding this, because I don't think I've ever seen this record just out in the wild. The music, the legend that he is, Bill Evans. This one is called Alone. And like I said, I hardly ever see it. I think I paid like $3 or $4 for it. But yeah, I haven't even got a chance to listen to it just yet. And it does need a cleaning. And it is on this real nice, I don't think I've ever seen a blue one, so I don't know if there's any significance. But it's a blue Fantasy Records label. So I'll have to look into that, clean it up, play it. I'm going to try to play some records today if I can. Other one, I finally got some greatest hits. The Platters. I do like the Platters, and this is a good little find here. Yeah, encore of golden hits. Yep, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. You got to have that on there, but it's just on this real, oh, wow. Didn't realize this, but it's a promo. It's what it says, Mercury. I don't think I've ever seen a Mercury promo before. So, record is very clean, and I look forward to playing that. So, let me just put that back in there. Who doesn't like Nat King Cole? Well, there might be some folks who don't like Nat King Cole, but I do. And this is probably I'm going to look at the label real quick. Yeah, it's a rainbow looking capital. Ramblin' Rose. That's a very good song. So this other record I got, I like Ray Price, but a lot of Ray Price records that I've been finding are in good shape, and some of them I traded. So sometimes some of these records that I pick up real cheap go into a trade pile. Now, it doesn't mean I don't like the artist. It means that, I'm trying to get something else, a tone poet, or an acoustic sounds, or some rare prog album, or, hey, I'm missing some classic rock. So, which I noticed I'm missing quite a few classic rock records. But I found this Ray Price album. I won't mention it again. I got a feeling if I play this, I'll end up keeping it, though. Sometimes that happens. Let me know in the comments if that ever happens to you. You decide that you might want to trade, and then you're like, man, I think I'm going to hang on to that. Now, the next two records I won in the auction, I don't know if I'm even going to pronounce this band's name right, but it's 80s. It's a really good record. I think I heard that this band is from Australia. Wawani, maybe? Wawani. This, like I said, is 80s, but it is a really good record. I listened to this one. It's on the, what I call like purple bluish epic record label. But yeah, it's real 80s. And here lately, I've been digging a lot of these 80s records again. So, the next one is, it's kind of like their Sgt. Pepper / Magical Mystery Tour / satire / orchestra. It's just a really good record. I won this in an auction. This is of Cabbages and Kings, Chad Stewart and Jeremy Clyde. I don't know, folks. But yeah, this is a really good record. You might want to check this out on YouTube. It's really good. It's real interesting. It was a record that sounded like it was made for those times of these things that were going on. One of the neat, interesting things that they say in there is that, but we have, what did they say? But we have, just little talking things, but we have the Queen and the Beatles. And they say that or something like that. I don't remember, but I thought that was really neat. They mentioned the Beatles in that. This next one is Rocktober. This is the month of Rocktober, which is one of my favorite months because you get all these cool color variant albums, and they reissue back and put in print some albums that hadn't been in print in a while. They just did a couple of NXS albums. So looking forward to picking that. So here's what I picked up for Rocktober. I didn't have this, so I'm like 3 records away from completing, I think, my Talking Heads vinyl collection. I'm missing Speaking Tongues, Little Creatures, and the one with the monkey on it. I think it's called Naked. I like that album, but I picked up Remain in the Light, and I can understand why this is highly regarded as one of their best records. There we go. Love the back cover. This is on white vinyl, and it sounds real good. I listened to it over and over. And one of my favorite tunes on here is the last song called the Overload. The Overload. Like that. It's a dark track, but I really dig it. Not gonna say that it's prog, but the inner sleeve's really neat too. Let me just show that. Yeah, this is a really good. I see why a lot of people, this record is their favorite. It's just a record that's just beginning from end, has a great flow to the end. Okay, a couple of exciting additions to my collection, to my jazz collection. I got an acoustic sounds version of this album. I don't know where I first heard about people talking about it, but I looked into it. And so I picked up Steady in Brown, Clifford Brown and Max Roach. I hadn't even busted the seal on it yet. But this is really good. I'm grateful that it's in the print and somewhat manageable budget that I have to get it. So I'm glad to have this in the collection now. I haven't got a chance to listen to this record or the next one. It's because of school and life. I'm, taking care of my family. Um, and we take care of each other. And family's beautiful. So, anyway, I'm hoping to get to listen to one of these today as I wrap up some more homework. Okay, the next one was a tone poet. I hadn't got one in a while, so I've missed a few. This one is everybody feeling the spirit. Grant Green will show you how to feel it. Yeah, Grant Green. Check out this lineup on here. Nice. I used to have this on CD when I really was into the CD age. And I bought a lot of my Blue Notes at that time on CD. Great sounding CDs. Never had an issue, whatever, I enjoyed it. Sometimes that's what I could afford is to get it on CD. But yeah, so I got this one. Has one of my favorite musicians on it besides Grant Green. There's Herbie Hancock. He's one of my all-time favorite jazz musicians. Yeah, feeling the spirit. And the other day, let me see if I have it near me. Oops. The other day, I was listening to this one. This tone poet. This is beautiful. Grant Green, the Latin bit. Check out that lineup if you can. Man, just such a good. I love the version of Besame Mucho on here. It totally rocks. And Brazil, just I don't know how to say. The music is. I don't want to say intense, but it's not really intense. It's just real laid back. Just great music. And it makes me feel very happy when I hear this record a lot. Anyway, that was one I was listening to a lot last week. All right, folks, that's it for this update. Again, thank you all. And if you'd like, please leave me a comment. Anything about this video, but I'm getting there, and that's slowly but surely. I'll be hitting 400. We'll have to see. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.